And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got you. I got you. Bang! Kill. Switch.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
14 yards. And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Let's go. Let's go. Set, hut. 60 outlaw. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, you got deep? Hey, 66. You want it?
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 55, 955.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He completes this to Russell Gage. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Escapes the defender and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Grant. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Back to throw here. This is brought in by Hardy. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Justin Hardy's sort of an undersized guy at 5'10", but he runs physical and he runs tough. In fact, his teammates call him the Wolf because of his special teams play. How about that play right there? Nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after
the Panther rush? Too strong. They get there and take him down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. In your face. Check.
They're going to look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time. And they
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Grant. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. We're scoreless after one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You just find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
McKinnon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Screenplay, McKinnon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out there? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 82 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've caught plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. And that play,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, D.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They go back to Grant, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's hauled in by Hardy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down and his 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on because
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they...
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Save. Check. West. Hurry.
They run it with McKinnon. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Watch out.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here again is McKinnon.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes again. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Complete to Dorsett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Atlanta, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the head. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate.
like that, like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that, like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm